So I wanted to do something for the new generation and something for the old generation. And since history is being rewritten,
Naeed, and we have a special
You gotta
guest.
move over.
Yeah, we're going to.
no,
the
you got to
camera.
close your legs.
No, I'm not in the picture.
I know.
That's what she's-
It's close your legs
That's
and
it.
scoot over.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so
After getting
we're back.
hazed. We are back with Shooting the Shit Naeed.
That's
We
right.
need DeBray Sanders from the Black Student Union as the president, and the lovely Kelly Dozier from the English department.
thank you.
And we have a very special guest. We're going to allow her to introduce herself.
But
Hello?
before you do that, the first time I met Alex was in the financial aid department. My sister was helping her. Shout out to my sister again. And she needed help. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't work in the financial aid department. But my sister can help you. Right?
Yes, she did. Yes.
Yes, and she was amazing. But that's how we first met. And then we actually took a class together at BC.
And then she really got to meet me.
Yeah, and I really got a chance to meet her, and I thought she was a very interesting person. Genuine. I think we met in in Butcher,
Yes, Fabiola Butcher.
Fabiola Butcher.
Awesome
communications class course at BC.
Mm-hmm.
Butcher actually teaches here too. Shout out to Butcher.
Yes. And if you
Great
haven't taken
professor.
a class, take a class with her.
She's incredible.
I took her for my
Awesome.
introductory communications course as well. She's a great professor.
There you go. See, 3 people.
Yeah.
That's
right
what I'm
there.
telling you.
3
You'll learn.
Very high marks. Very high,
High marks.
Very high scoring reviews.
High
And
marks.
she's very well-rounded, and she keeps you interested and involved.
Mm-hmm.
She's incredible.
Yeah.
But that's how we met. And now that I work here on campus, she comes by and asks for help, and I try my best to help her out as much as I can within, the parameters of what I can and cannot do, So, and she actually wanted to be a part of this, and I was very grateful and very happy that she wanted to participate in this. And can you please introduce yourself, Alex,
Sure.
and your major and so on and so forth?
Not a problem. My name is Alexandria Roshan Thomas, for those of you out there.
Art.
Yes, and my initials do
Straight
spell
like
art.
that.
Yeah, A-R-T. And some of this art that you'll be seeing is
Saw
some
her.
of those, some of my personal pieces. And
Yes.
some of these are actually historical pieces from the photos of marching, integration, and just a view of our struggles and our losses, our victories, and the things that we're still fighting for. I thought it was important to be able to have a creative outlet. But before I get into that, I said before, my name is Alexandria R. Thomas. I am a psychology major here at CSUB.
Yes.
This is my 3rd semester. I don't have a minor yet. I haven't decided. My goal in taking psychology was to do something that hadn't been done or something that hadn't been focused on, which is a psychology for men. There is a psychology of men, but not an applied psychology for them. And I thought it was something that's important because men are often left out of the equation. And when you're looking at things, even within criminal justice, even with mental health, men are constantly being left out and demonized. And it would also open a door for me to address things within other nationalities. PTSD, which is post-traumatic slave syndrome. It'll also open up for a lot of things that blacks here in America have not been treated for. We know about PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress syndrome, and people just think that that's only for people that have experienced a form of combat. Well, sorry to say that being born black in America, you're a born and bred soldier, whether you want to or not. And being in this country is somewhat of a struggle.
Isn't there a professor who talks about post-traumatic slave syndrome?
Yes, and it's been books written on it. Actually,
I'll put the information. I'll flash the information on the video about this instructor, about this professor. Not here, but she's known for talking about this. I wish I could remember her name. I apologize.
No, I mean, it's okay. So for me, when all this stuff was going on, we had Sandra Bland's death, Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, and other other tremendous people that we have lost throughout the years. When this happened, you heard that, we can't protest. We're viewed as violent and combative. But even when we find peaceful ways to protest, they find a reason to take that from us.
Right.
Oh, we're not being patriotic.
You want to show that?
So what this is here is this is why we kneel. It started out with the American flag and another piece that you can't see, but we'll make sure we get it in the segment. And it's just giving an account of the history. Now, some of these pictures we've seen over and over again, countless times, and they've been in black and white. So I wanted to do something for the new generation and something for the old generation. And since history is being rewritten and things are now being changed, we were no longer slaves. In Texas, the textbooks say that we were misplaced
migrant workers.
Yeah, misplaced migrant workers. And this is in the textbook. This is something that has been done. So what I've chosen to do is go into the past and bring it into the future for the next generations, because if we begin to forget, when the next generations are educated and it becomes awakened, it'll be another Roots segment.
Right.
And by that I mean when Roots came out, when our parents were a kid, in the for those of us that are a little bit older, when our parents was like in the 60s and the 70s, and they were sitting there for the first time watching Roots, and it wasn't shown how we normally see it during Black History Month, like a day after day. No, they sat there for hours watching this. So everything that they had heard around the table and their aunts and uncles and grandparents talk about is actually being shown on TV, and it was a wide awakening. Now, the next day, when these children went to school, it was almost like a massacre at these schools. And that's something we don't want. We want to be able to awaken the Black consciousness.
Yeah, so I think it's interesting. Again, that's why you got into psychology. And I was actually talking to you about, like, man, I think I want a minor in psychology.
And I think you should. I think
because I really enjoy. Oh man, no, don't put that on me now.
No, hold on, no,
don't put that on me now. See,
Ray
just walked away.
Listen, he needed to.
He just
I'm sorry, I've been the mouth in the back making the comments about
yes. I mean, you were the only one.
Right. He's sick, and we love him because he soldiers on, just like most of us do. We don't have that time that we can sit back and relax and be sick and call in and do all that. We still have to do what's necessary.
Absolutely. But we're gonna get to all that discussion a little later. But
yeah,
because I gotta pull you back a little bit. You know how you get. I gotta pull you back.
Yeah. Anchor.
I gotta pull you back just a little bit because we got to get to the next segment, and I definitely want to talk more about we're gonna get into everybody's opinion.
Oh yeah.
In the open. Discussion, because we don't have much time left.
No, we don't.
And they've been so gracious with us here. They've been really tolerating our nonsense. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm glad that this segment was put together.
Yes.
It is something needed. I love the multicultural. I can't remember all the idioms yet, but I am, because I'm gonna purposely
Multicultural Alliance.
Okay.
Gender Equity Center.
Multicultural.
That's right.
Multicultural Alliance Gender Equity Center, correct?
That is correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Show off. I'm still trying to get it out. You're just gonna run me over.
Sorry.
But yeah, I just want to thank them real quick, and I want to thank them because most people say that they don't have a place where they can meet and greet for all the clubs. Doesn't matter what your nationality is, what your faith is. There is a place for you here on campus. It's here in this place.
And y'all got rooms.
Y'all
Use
have
your
rooms, not just for closets.
Make sure they clean.
Make sure. Listen.
Clean your room.
Clean your room, ladies and gentlemen.
Clean your room. Because guess what? The doors are wide open and we can see
wait.
right in.
That look your parents give you. Y'all know what that is?
That look is usually followed by a backhand.
No,
but we're not trying to be.
That
we're not
look
be violent.
is
We're not advocating violence.
No. That look is followed by, now you need your ass whipped.
Yeah.
All right.
We are not advocating violence, but we all know that there's violence that usually follows that look.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Don't make me
Or
find
you're gonna lose your stuff, or parents will just take your stuff away from you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really do.
And pretty much that's
how you lose your
could
game
happen.
systems.
That's what could happen. So we definitely want people to keep this place
and keep
or
supporting.
just get bigger.
Right.
They get a bigger space. Bigger space to have more, things that we can do in the space. So, I know that you are a graduate of BC.
Oh yes,
And you were heavily involved at BC.
Yeah, advocate. I worked with outreach. I got a chance to do some volunteer work with Steve Watkins. Foster Our Youth, which is a foster program. I was also part of the Office of Equity and Inclusion under Odella Johnson, AKA member, and was highly active. A professor at Bakersfield College.
I mean, we can go through your resume all day long.
I also want to give a shout out to Paula Parks for her strives in the A-STEP program, African American Success Through Excellence and Persistence. It is a Umoja program. It's funded by Umoja. It is also a Black literacy program, which it's dealing with literature by African Americans.
Right. What's the on campus? There's a group that you always advocate for. You bring up a lot, that you deal with a lot on campus.
Man, there are really so many.
Another resource on campus.
Another resource, definitely. Another resource on on this campus.
On this campus, yeah.
On this
on
campus.
CSUB.
On CSUB campus. I'm gonna say the Admissions and Records Office.
Admissions and Records. Shout out to Admissions and Records.
Shout out to Miss June Grimes.
Miss June Grimes.
Dr. Mims. Miss Monica. Also, financial aid. Miss Trinae. You have to know who.
Shout out to Trinae.
Who your people are. Mike Dotson over Project Rebound. I am an ex-felon.
I think
shout out to Trinae McCall, financial aid.
Oh yeah,
Trinae
sensational.
McCall.
Professors in the nursing program, Black professor in the nursing program.
Shout out to Dr. Jackson.
Oh yes.
Both Dr. Jacksons.
Dr. Elizabeth Jackson.
Dr. Elizabeth Jackson.
I always want to call her Doctor because she has 2 doctorates. Doctor. And a PhD. I mean, her list is extremely. She's one of actually the first Black women to be hired here with a doctorate in a time where it wasn't popular here at CSUB, and she was a woman.
What other Black instructors? I mean, I know there's a lot that we can go through. We can't hit everybody, and we really do apologize that we can't hit everybody.
No, but to
every
all
Black
of you,
instructor,
every Black instructor,
every Black person that works here,
who works here,
staff, we appreciate
every person that advocates for Black students.
Yes.
Dr.
Samaya, my advisor.
Dr. Samaya, it was very nice to meet you.
Yes.
It was very nice to meet you.
Man, Professor Keegley. She's an outstanding.
She was always so kind to me.
Yes, she's a kind-hearted woman.
Shout out to Dr. Kegley.
Yeah, and so we have so many supporters, and we just want to thank you.
Shout out to the grants office. They are very kind to me.
Yes, they are.
They've always been
grants.
wonderful to me.
You goddamn right.
In the the graduate center, they've always been so kind to me over there. Yep. So many people to thank, so many people that have just been wonderful, and it's been truly an incredible day.
Right. There's another Black professor, male, in the sociology department. He's outstanding. I was actually here when he graduated, presenting some of my artwork at the Black Recognition Ceremony. That's held at CSUB. And unlike the other ceremonies that are held, it's not exclusive. It is very inclusive. So even if you are Caucasian, even if you are Island Pacificer, even if you are Latino, Afro-Latino, you're welcome.
I wish June came and talked a little bit about the Black graduation ceremony, but maybe next time, maybe on the next one, she'll come by and participate. But thank you so much,
not a problem,
Alex. We're gonna do an open discussion now. We're going to try to get out here and be respectful to them. They've been so wonderful to us.
Oh, yeah.
And here we go.
All right.